Sanbona. Hello, everyone. Today we are exploring the beautiful traditions of married women's attire in both Zulu and Saudi cultures. Did you know that in both these cultures, married women wear special clothing to symbolize respect, modesty, and tradition? Please stay tuned till the end for a fun fact about these two rich traditions. And today we'll compare head coverings, clothing, and modern adaptations. And before we start, this topic right here has always been one of the things that people ask me the most on how do you survive in Saudi Arabia? How are you able to be wearing abayas and coverings? How do you do that? Because it seems like it's a very hard thing to do. However, for me, it has always been okay. And what it did was it also emphasized and brought in even more deeper understanding of my own culture as well as a married woman. And it also brought up a sense of pride for my culture and how we do things, because there are some similarities between the Zulu and Saudi culture when it comes to how women have to carry themselves. So let's get started. There are some interesting similarities between the Zulu and Saudi married women despite the cultural differences. The first one is the head covering. Zulu women wear isicholo, a round woven hat symbolizing marriage and maturity. And also, we also use idugu, like the one that I'm wearing on that photo that you're currently seeing. It's idugu or head wrap for modesty and cultural identity. While Saudi women would wear a hijab, which is a headscarf, as a sign of modesty and respect. Some will wear the niqab covering the face except for the eyes. Now I will cover clothing and modesty. Zulu married women transition from short skirts before marriage to long skirts and cover their upper bodies as well. Often we would put on a shawl or a blanket over our shoulders for the warmth and dignity. Umhlonipho, we call it umhlonipho, especially if you're gonna be in the homestead of your husband or your family, or a place where we have umsam, what we call umsam, where we believe that our elders and ancestors are they that have been brought into that home. So you have to cover, you have to also cover your shoulders. And some, they put on ibai. And then the Saudi married women will wear the abaya, which is a long black robe that covers the body. Underneath, they would wear long dresses and modest clothing as well. And let me just clarify there with the short skirts and long skirts with the Zulus. As intombi, like intombi into igqoka isiketi esincane sisiveze la ngasey'nqeni amaqhezu. So as the Zulu maidens will wear very, very short skirts. But when you get married, you change from wearing that very short skirt to a slightly longer skirt, which will be like maybe just below your knees. And that's a part of change from being intombi to unkosikazi. A married Zulu woman is expected to show deep respect, ukuhlonipha, for her husband's family, often avoiding an example. Just for an example, you'd avoid saying his father's name out aloud as form of respect. and people would come up with a name that they would use, like let me make an example. For my dad is Umbali. They would not say Mbali. Maybe they'll just say flower, or find another name that they will replace Mbali with, so that they don't say Mbali, because that's my dad's um, name. That will be my brother's wives. They would not say Mbali, just for an example. But there's a lot more that we would do or would not say in order for us to show respect for the elders, for your husband's family. Saudi women respect in laws, and they maintain a strong family ties, and that is also a significant aspect of Saudi culture, with hospitality and care for extended family being highly valued. Celebrations of the marriages. A Zulu wedding will involve lobola, which is bride price, and a traditional ceremony that unites families, and that is umgaqo. That's a Zulu way of uniting families. That's a Zulu way of getting married. The Saudi weddings are grand celebrations with cultural traditions and customs that emphasize family unity. Now, the last one. We all know we have modernized and things have changed. So, a lot of the traditional things have been modernized in order to suit times that we live in right now. So you would find that we mix, like the Zulu women will mix traditional clothing with modern outfits, keeping beaded accessories. And if you've been watching the videos, you'll see that I love to mix and match my beads and traditional clothes. Like here, this was our white wedding, and I had a white dress, but instead of a veil or whatever headgear that you had to put for the Western wedding, I decided to go with stolo, because me and tradition and Zulu and beads and stolo, I'm all in. So I would mix modern clothing with, and top it up with the beads, with stolo, just to still maintain that married woman clothing. So, and then younger women may wear colorful fabric dresses. Yes, we also have fabric dresses that is amapinifa. We call it amapinifa. And we have modernized them from what our mothers have been wearing to what we wear now. It's like a very fashionable pinifa you would find. It's beautiful to watch and see how times have changed and moved from what our grandmothers used to wear to what we are wearing now, but still keeping the tradition alive. And for the Saudis, many now wear stylish abayas like this one. It's not completely black, but it's gray with some designs, and you might have seen the blue one too, the navy one. It's That's how mostly the younger wives will wear right now in Saudi. There's still a lot of black, even myself too. I still have my black abaya, even with the modernization now being allowed to wear modest clothes, but I still go for my abaya. I still love it. So now they would wear stylish abayas with embroidery, laces, open front style. Fashion designers create modern, modest fashion, blending tradition with trends. Those are the similarities between the South African Zulu married women and Saudis. Okay, I just decided to throw in this photo. This was me back home, but this was in my father's house, Kwamgoma, and I was doing the traditional Zulu beer in a rondovel. This is how a rondovel looks like. We would have fire there in the middle of the room. That's our traditional three-legged pots. Um, but even then, I'm still having my head wrap or scarf on my head. Um, so this is how I'd be like back home, but still maintaining that head wrap as a married woman, especially if you're gonna be doing that Zulu beer. And for my sister-in-laws, my brother's wives, they would have umhlonipho as well, which is a scarf that they would put around their neck or just going under their arms, and that's part of showing respect. And also here I've got my scarf, but I'm a bit modernized. I was styled by my husband, and he took this photo as well. So you can see we modern, but we still have that. You still throw in the respect part into it. Did you know that both cultures see clothing as a sign of respect for elders and family traditions? What do you think about these two styles? Which one do you love the most? Let me know in the comments. Would you go for the Saudi style, the Zulu traditional style, or the modern style? What is the one that you would go for if you had to pick between these two? In this picture, this was the last picture we had together with my dad, but my eldest brother and his wife were missing here on this photo. And you can see there is amapinifa. Some of us are wearing amapinifa. I'm there in blue pinifa, and our head wraps. The first two on the right are my brother's wives. So and this is how it is in South Africa. Amapinifa, head wraps, especially in the villages, you still go in deep into pinifa, umshuqulo, which is your head wrap, umhlonipho, your scarf. But we are keeping it modern while we're still living that sense of respect into it. So I hope all is clear, and if not, go to the comments and share your thoughts, share your suggestions, and I'll make sure to reply. We have come to the end of our video, and today we explored the beautiful attire of married Zulu and Saudi women, from head coverings to how we have modernized but still keeping our traditions alive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more cultural comparisons and Zulu traditions. Ngiyabonga. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.